Hey guys, it's Kyla. Welcome to today's video. In this video, I'm going to be completely cleaning out my closet, cleaning out all of my bookshelves, wiping everything down, and then at the end of today's video, we're gonna go through all of my 2024 goals, kind of recap what I've accomplished, and then set up my 2025 goals. This video is super chill, super not structured, but I really hope that you guys stick around and watch me reorganize and redecorate and just goal set for the year. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right on into it. I did not get ready today. I did not feel like it. Maybe tomorrow, whenever we do everything else, I will look a little bit more put together because today is a cleaning day. Before I turn on the camera, what I did was I cleaned up my entire room. Like, I did not like deep clean anything. That's what we're gonna be doing today, which is why I didn't get ready. I picked up everything off the floor because Christmas was yesterday, and I put everything up and it's in its place. The only thing that's not in its place is like my books, but we're gonna go through all my bookshelves today. So exactly what's gonna happen. I am going to go through all of my clothes in my closet. I'm gonna pull every single piece of clothing out and I'm gonna put it on my bed. And we're gonna go through every single one of them. I need to get rid of some clothes. I'm probably gonna try on a lot of them and it's going to take a while. After we do that, depending on how I'm feeling, I may go through all of my bookshelves. I really want to reorganize all of my bookshelves because I got a lot of books yesterday and I want to redo them. I need to get rid of some books because I have just books that I either read and didn't like or books I know I'm not going to read. I want to lower my physical TBR. So that is the plan for today. Tomorrow we're gonna do all the fun stuff. I'm gonna start by getting every single piece of clothing on my bed, and then I'm gonna quickly go through it, and if I want to try anything on, I'm gonna make a pile for that to try on, and then I'm gonna make a pile for all the clothes I don't want. It's probably gonna be dark in here. I don't like the big light. I'm also a non-big light girl, if you guys cannot tell. I'm going to light this other candle. I have one over there, but to give you guys more light, I'm gonna light one over here. Hopefully that gives you guys more light. Maybe I'll open up a window. Should I turn on the big light? I guess we're gonna turn on the big light. We have the big light on. I don't really want the big light on, but you guys need to be able to see, so here we are. But yeah, I am going to listen to Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone because I don't want to watch YouTube, and the book that I'm currently reading does not have an audiobook, so I'm trying to get through all the Harry Potter book. Let's take everything out of my closet. I was going to take it all out of my closet. I still have this half in here and like this half is empty. Yeah, I literally cannot put anything else on this bed. Okay, I just went through all of the sweaters and now I got rid, there's like 4 right there, okay? I still have a lot and I still have sweaters on this side. I may go ahead and pull these out to put them all on one side, but I still have like, these are all like my knit sweaters right here. These are all like my quarter zips, my hoodies, which I only have 2 of, and then I have like crew necks. And then I have my zipper jackets. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these out, go through these really quick, and then I'm gonna get started on the pants. Okay, so this is this side. I put all of like my jeans. It's still tight, but I did take out a few jeans over there, like a few pants and everything. But here is what that looks like. I had some sweaters right here. They're on my chair because I cannot fit them on this side. But now I need to take out everything on this side and put it on my bed and like go through all of it. So these are just dresses. They aren't even my shirts, which are still in there. These are literally just all of my dresses. I did not realize I had that many. Okay. Just a quick little update before I go ahead and finish everything. I took out all of my shirts. I have a pile of dresses I need to try on that I don't know if I like or want to wear. And I have a pile of clothes. And I still need to go through the stuff in my drawers. So I'm gonna finish this up and then I'll show you guys afterward. So lighting's really bad and I'm sorry, but I also really do not want the big light on. I am now going to go through all my bookshelves. I just finished all of my clothes. I put them all into a bag. You guys can kind of see it over there. I went through all of my clothes. I even went through some of the drawers, which I only had to reorganize one drawer. Like everything in my drawers, like that's more summer stuff. That's stuff I'm not really gonna look at right now. I really just wanted to go through my closet, which I did take out a few things. I didn't take out as much as I thought I was going to, but also like I like all of my clothes. Which sounds so silly. It sounds really stupid, but I can worry about all of my clothes later. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to take every single book that's in my room. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you so I can explain it better. I'm going to take out every single book that's on this shelf. All of these books, all of the books right there. They're all going to be organized. I am going to take these two shelves off. I'm leaving my Sarah J Maas shelf right there because I love Sarah J Maas. I love that shelf. I'm not changing anything about it. I may like redecorate it with like, I may take off like the little knickknacks and redo it, but that shelf is going to stay how it is. It's only these two shelves I'm going to take everything off of as well and just put piles, and then we're going to reorganize. And as I go through each shelf and as I take off stuff, I'm going to like make a pile separately of all the books I want to get rid of, or that like I know I'm not gonna read, or that I don't want to read, and all the things. So that is the plan. That's what I'm gonna do. That is what I want to do. This may take me a hot minute, but it's the last thing I want to get done today, and then tomorrow we can do all like the fun stuff. I'll go to Target and do all those things. I probably won't go to Target tomorrow. I'm probably gonna go today whenever I'm with John. But so let's get started. Let's take off every single book and put them on the floor.
Harry sat down next to the window where, half hidden, he could watch the red-haired family on the platform and hear what they were saying. Their mother had just taken out her handkerchief.
So I took everything off of these two shelves except for those books. I even took off like all the little knickknacks, and then I got all of my books on the floor and like emptied that, took the books off of right there. Like I cannot believe. Now I need to figure out how I'm gonna organize them. I guess I'll go through them and like really see. I probably keep all like my pretty books on the shelf. I may do the pretty shelf first. Like I may just organize all of them, or like go through them, and then I'll put all the ones on my pretty shelf. So I still have a whole bunch of books right here. I do have a pile of books that I am getting rid of. I did put like the books that I wanted showing out. I try to like stagger them, like romance, fantasy, romance, and I just have two shelves of classics right there because I do want to read more classics, and I was like, you know, or I guess I could put all my classics in one. That would be fine. I may make that one just like another romance shelf as well. But I kind of want to make that like a fantasy shelf, so I don't know, because like all down here is fantasy. What if I put all my fantasy on one? I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't like having two classics. I may just leave that one to the classic. I may put the row of romance and then the row of fantasy. Now that I'm actually like looking at it. Yeah, I'm gonna switch them. Okay, I will be back whenever this is done. It took me a few hours, but I'm finally done with cleaning my entire room. After I did my bookshelves, I was like, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe everything down. So I wiped down like my makeup area, my dresser, and I sweeped everything, so I finished everything now. Thank goodness. I am absolutely covered in dust. I don't even know if you can tell, but I am so dusty and I just feel icky, so I'm about to change clothes as well. But first I want to show you the shelves because I finally finished all of it. So here is what they look like. I took off all the books on the top and now they're just all down here. So I did do like my classics and my romance at the top, and at the bottom is all fantasy. Like behind some of the fantasy books I have romance books, just because there became no space even behind the books up here. So that is what that shelf looks like. And so this is my pretty shelf that I have. Sarah J Maas stuff pretty much stayed the exact same. And then right here I have my Harry Potter books, my other like pretty sprayed edges books, my favorite series, and then I left some space because there's going to be more books of this series. And then down here behind this book I have the Powerless trilogy. That's where that's going to go. Twilight, Fourth Wing, and then all of the Blake books. And so that is the pretty shelf and what that looks like. Kept pretty much all this the same. Those books stayed right there. But yeah, I ended up taking out like 23 books. Here are all the books I am unhauling. I either have read them and don't want them anymore, or I just know I'm not going to read them. So that's all of them. And then I'll bring you guys closer so you can see like the books on here. I have the entire Bridgerton series now. So my favorites are showing, and then I try to push books up front that I know I definitely want to read soon. So that is what the bookshelves look like. That's my room cleaned. I finally like went through everything. I wiped out everything that I really needed to, and I'm so happy that I did it. Now I am ready to rest and to change and lay in my bed because I have been going since I pretty much woke up this morning, and it's now almost 3 o'clock. So I'm tired, and yeah, I'm just happy that I have it done with. So I will be back tomorrow, and tomorrow we can do all of the more fun stuff. So guys, it is the next day. I took literally the rest of yesterday to just relax and rest. I was so incredibly tired, but today I woke up, I feel like I have a lot more energy, and today I want to sit down and do all of my goals for 2025. But I figured before we actually write and speak about the goals for 2025, we can go over our 2024 goals, or like my 2024 goals. And while I go over it, maybe you guys can reflect on your goals for 2024 and what you want to improve and what you want to accomplish in this next year. So I do have all of my goals like on Notion. So if I'm looking right here, it's because I'm looking at that. I had some numerical goals for like social media, so I'm gonna look at those first. So my goal was to have 8,000 on YouTube. I wanted to upload at least 3 videos a month. Obviously that did not happen. As soon as I got done, so last year I did Bookmas, and as soon as I got done with that last year, I wanted nothing to do with YouTube. I was so incredibly burnt out, and then my spring semester last year got so busy. I was so busy during the summer, and then obviously this fall, if you guys watched my last video, if you guys watched the video where I did the life update, you guys understand that. So that was one of the goals I obviously did not reach, but you guys know, if you guys watched the last video, why I just didn't upload as much, and it just became such a job, and I didn't want this to be a job. I wanted it to be fun. Next one was to post more reels on Instagram. Obviously I did not do that. I really didn't do a lot of social media other than photography, which is actually one of the goals I had for this year, was to start my photography business, and thank God that I did. It is a Story Told studio. If you guys want to check it out, it's amazing. I love it. It is where I put a lot of my energy into as far as like content creating, because like I do my sessions and then I do reels for that, and so I'm hoping to just up my game for that in 2025. I got 1 out of 3 so far. I wanted to start reading my Bible every single day, which for the most part, I will say, for the most part, I have done this, especially in this latter half of the year. I really have started to read my Bible more and pick it up every single morning and just be in God's word every single morning. I really do notice a huge difference in just my life since I've started doing that a lot more, which I've always tried to do it. Like, that is the goal every single year. I pretty much keep that on my goal list for the year, but I feel like this year I really start to do it a lot more and be better at it. Next one is read 65 books. I actually read, I think, 42. Let me check my Goodreads real quick. I've read 41 out of 65 books for this year, which I'm currently on 2 more right now, which I will finish by the 1st. Did not reach that goal, but I did, my other like sub goal of that was to avoid buying books and read more of my physical TBR, which I think I have done a lot of that. Like I did buy some books this year for sure, but I think I definitely read a lot more on my Kindle, and I stopped buying books as much just because I was like, you know, I really don't have room for these, and there's so many books I have that I want to read or reread. And so a lot of this year I actually reread a lot of my favorite books. I really didn't read, I read a lot of good new books, but I didn't read a whole bunch of new books. Like there was a point where I was just like, I just want to reread because I just want to read something that I love. And then my last goal was just a savings goal, which I'm not going to get into, but I did reach that goal. I actually really surpassed that goal, and I'm so proud of myself. I really didn't have too many 2024 goals. A lot of it revolved around social media, but going into 2025, I really want my goals to be a lot more focused on like personal kind of stuff, not really job related. Like I will have probably about 3 job related stuff, but the rest of them I really want them to be a lot more personal and a lot more about me and like how I can grow as a person. So we're gonna write out our 2025 goals, which I've already started to like think of and like write about. So we're actually gonna type them so I can track them on Notion as well. And as I go through like my goals for 2025, I really try to break them up into quarters. So like if I have a main goal and then I try to like do one, oh, by quarter 1 I'm gonna have this much of this goal done, by quarter 2 I'm gonna be halfway through, or like by quarter 3 I'm gonna be halfway through, or whatever it is. So yeah, that is how I do that. If you guys don't follow that method, then you're really setting yourself up for failure. I really do believe that using the goal quarter method is the way to go. So you have like an overarching goal, and then you divide that into the 4 quarters of the year, and I really think that that sets you up for success. And so really think that you guys should look into that, and I'll try to break down like how I'm gonna do it, but I don't really, but right now I'm just setting up like all my goals. First goal that I have for 2025 is to move my body more. I put exercise like loosely. I'm not talking about like, oh, I need to be in the gym, or oh, I need to like constantly like be running or doing whatever. It's more of just like, hey, there's this ballet class that's happening, maybe I should sign up for it and take it for 6 weeks. Or hey, like I want to go for a run today, or go for a walk today. Like I really want to move my body a lot more, especially because I work in an office 3 days out of the 7 days of the week. I really want to move my body, and whether that's going for a walk, a run, taking class, or just doing little workouts in my room because I bought a mat. Like that's what I really want to do. I like bought a mat, it's over there, because I really do want to move my body more, and just to show my body that I love it and I care for it. Piggyback off of that, of like moving my body and like caring for my body, I really want to cook more. I want to start saying no to eating out and saying yes to, hey, let me cook for you. Hey, why don't you come over to my house? I'll make a meal and we can have some time like that. I really want to be a better cook, really, and I just want to, I want to do that because I feel like it's also like it's a good skill to have, especially because I'm about to be a wife, but also like, I don't know, I feel like it's a lot more personal whenever it's like, hey, come over to my house and let me cook a meal for you. Next one is journal more to remember more. I have a really bad memory. I forget a lot of things, and that's also why I take a lot of pictures, is because I don't want to forget it. And so I feel like I really should journal more, and I have this journal that I love. Like this journal right here is where I write everything. I write like my Bible studies in there, I write my church notes, I journal sometimes in there about like if I'm going through something really big that I'm like, I just need to put it down on paper and like not talk about it. But I want to do more journaling of like, hey, this is what I did today, or like this is what I did this month, and this is what I'm super grateful for, and these are the exact memories I have of it. I want to journal more so I can also maybe try to write a book. That's kind of like my line of thinking, is like, hey, I'm gonna take some time to journal, and then maybe like I'll get better at writing so I can write a book. That's a goal for a different day, for a different time. We are not on that level right now. Right now we are on journaling. So like those are like really my big 3 ones I really want to do more of, is to move my body, to cook, and to journal. Another one that I have is to read and study 6 Old Testament books. I focus a lot on New Testament, and I feel like that's what a lot of people do, because the New Testament is so applicable to our lives, but I also think there's such a richness in knowing like the history and knowing like before Jesus. And so I really want to study 6 books, and right now I'm focusing on Exodus. It's wild. So far it's really wild. I want to take more pictures, not just sessions, but like going back to like, this is why I do these creative things, is because I see a pretty thing and I want to take a photo of it, and I want to be creative in my angles and my editing. I do a lot of sessions, but I also want to go back to my roots of like, hey, let me just take photo so I can just take a photo and enjoy it. As I said, I want to vlog more. I want to do it more for fun and not just a job. I want it to be more of a memory-based kind of thing where it's like super chill, super relaxed. I don't have to be like a whole entire production going, you know, like I just want to sit and talk and vlog my life and basically create a video diary. That is exactly what I want this channel to be. That's exactly what I want to create. The next one, it kind of goes along with the cooking one. It's being more intentional with people around me and patient with people around me. I want to start really seeking out my friends and being like, hey, like, come over, let's chat about this book that we're reading. Like, hey, how's your Bible study going? Or like, hey, how's life? Do you need to unload anything? And just listening more and creating more of that intentional time, especially with new people that I meet in my life. Like, hey, how's your mom doing? You know, like things like that. Like, I want to stop being so focused on like what I'm doing, but I also want to focus on other people and the community that's around me. And then I obviously have some photography goals, which I'm not going to go into because that's like more of my business stuff. But the one goal that I have for like numerical kind of thing is my reading goal. I want to read 50 books this year, and I want to read 2 classics and 3 Christian books. I always say I'm gonna read 5 classics every year. I didn't pick up 1 this year, and like I feel like because I put so much of a pressure on myself, like reading 5 classics in a year is not obtainable for me, but reading 2 could be. Like, I really want to push myself to be like, hey, read a Jane Austen book. You have like 6 of them, wear them. And like, I literally have so many C.S. Lewis books that I got last year for Christmas, and I've only read 1. I read Mere Christianity, which was 2 years ago before I actually got that box set. And so I really want to read 3 Christian books and push myself to do that. I'm currently on reading 1. I'm about to read another one with a friend. So I really want to read some more of those books. If I surpass 3, then that's great. And if I don't, then I know I'll at least read 2 this year. So those are like my numerical reading goals. Those are my goals for this year. Obviously, some other ones I have that is just kind of like, oh, this is happening, is getting married, moving out, and getting a full-time job, graduating university. Like, those are like 4 big ones that I'm like, oh, this is a great goal. Like, I'm gonna write it down, I'm gonna put it on my list. But also that's like some of the things I'm just like, this is gonna be checked off. So I have those. But those are 8 goals that I definitely want to have for this new year, and a lot of them I feel like are very obtainable, and I really am trying to set myself up for more success this year than rather having like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Like, no, life happens, and I have to be able to be like, hey, I didn't do this because looking back that was unobtainable, because this is how I was feeling and this is how I entered the year. Like, I also didn't put a lot of numerical goals on myself this year because I really just want to focus on growing myself as a person and learning, and not being like, oh, I have to get this done so I can reach this number goal. Like, no, like, hey, let's cook for more people. Let's not put a number on how many times we're gonna cook. Hey, let's be more intentional people. I'm not gonna put a number on how many times I met with friends. Hey, let's vlog more, but I'm not gonna put a number on how many times I should upload a month. Like, just let myself grow and let myself, you know, be more flexible, because there's so many other things that have like physical due dates, like for school or getting a job or moving out and all that kind of stuff. Like, that stuff I need to focus on. And as far as like photography, like I have number goals I have to reach, but also at the same time, like if I don't reach them, that's okay. And letting myself be like, hey, take more photos, but I'm not gonna put a number on like how many whatever I should do, you know. I really try to set myself up for more of a success this year. With these goals, I probably am gonna break it up into quarters and be like, how many times did you cook? Like, not putting a number, but like reflecting and giving myself like journal prompts to do at the end of each quarter, so I can enter the new quarter with a good like idea of like, this is where I'm at with it. So those are my goals. A lot more personal, a lot more like growth, because I'm about to graduate university. Like, that's crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna just take this next year to really learn and to really grow and to be like, okay, this is what I need to do and this is how I can do these things. So yeah, those are my goals. That's what I have written down. I'm probably gonna insert them into Notion, and I'm gonna break up like all my goals, like personal and work. I may also work on my calendar. I got this calendar yesterday at Target. It is just a monthly one. I may go ahead and do my January calendar because I have a lot of stuff coming on that I'm ready to put on the wall, because rest of December I have one session, but that's it. So I'm gonna probably work on this and I'm gonna work on my Notion, but that is pretty much the end of today's video. I really just want to sit down and obviously goal set with you guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed watching me clean and just kind of like doing a little reset. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching me clean and watching me go through like my books and my clothes, and also just sitting here and talking about goals with you guys. I really love doing this. I really love vlogging, and again, no pressure. This year's a no pressure year. I'm just gonna do what I love, and I'm going to just continue doing what I'm doing because this is what the Lord has given me. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I love you all so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.